morning, dear children. Before we start today, first we'll study our face. You look at your face and compare with me. What are the things you see on your face? What is there on your face? Your nose may be sharper than mine. Your lips may be red than mine. Your ears may be like the rabbit. So all these features you have, and from one student to another, from one man to another, from one woman to another, all these features vary. In the same way, the features which you see on the earth's surface, all those varies in height and their depth. What are the features you find on the earth? If you go to different parts of the earth, you'll find somewhere mountains are there, somewhere plateaus are there, somewhere plains are there, seas are there, oceans are there, islands are there. So all of their heights, depth, everything vary from each other. So how the height or the depth of all these features are measured? So today we are going to study about your third chapter, the surface and the interior of the earth. So in that chapter, first already I told you the different landforms which are existing, maybe the mountains, maybe the plains or the plateaus. Their height is measured from a baseline. What is the baseline for the same? The mean sea level. Dear children, when your height is being measured, you are standing at a point, then only your height is measured. So from the base to your height, to your top of your head, what is the height? That is being measured. But if your base will not be there, there will not be a constant base, is it possible to measure your height? So in the same way, dear children, to measure the height of different physical features, that means mountains, plains, plateaus, or about the oceans, we need to have a baseline. And which is the baseline? That is the mean sea level. As you know, the water level always maintain their level. You may take out 10 buckets of water, you may take out 10 trucks of water, still they maintain the base level. And when waves are created, tides are created, that is a different. So that's a mean sea level is taken as a baseline for measuring the height or the depth of different physical features present on the earth. And the highest point on the earth, highest peak or the feature on the earth is your Mount Everest, that is having a height of 8,850 meter of height above the baseline. Suppose this is the baseline, above the baseline. And Mariana Trench is the point, that is the lowest point on the earth. It is located in Pacific Ocean and it is about 11,034 meters below the sea level. So dear children, again I just want to repeat, this is being measured from a mean sea level. The baseline is mean sea level. Remember it. This is the reference point, this is the baseline from which the height of different physical features present on the earth are measured. Then next we will go to the interior of the earth. Look at this one. It's a part of the weapon of Lord Hanuman, that is Gada. Can you say what is there inside? Is it visible to you? What is inside? No, you cannot say. It's not transparent. But I can just take you. This one is there. Then another one is there, which is not visible to you. So dear children, in the same way, what is on the, if I'll keep the same thing here, it will be visible to you. So what is present on the earth's surface, that is visible to us. What is present inside, it is not visible to us. So that's why it is still a mystery for us. So how do you how do we know about the Earth's interior? By studying the earthquake waves or due to the occurrence of volcanoes. Because it is not possible that we can enter inside the Earth's interior. We can go in the space up to Mars, but we cannot enter inside because the temperature is so high that it is not possible in the parts of human beings to enter inside or to send any instrument even if to such a depth to measure or to see what is there in the interior. Yes, mining work is done up to 3 to 4 kilometers. Like in Africa, gold mines in Johannesburg, that is there up to 4 kilometer in depth. And even if, like you maybe anyone is living in any part of the country, they can call you and say you that yes, in which condition they are. You can see them by video calling. But nobody is there inside the Earth's interior who can send you information, who can give you certain information about the Earth's interior. Today it is cloudy, today it is temperature is very high, or a school volcano is going to take place. Not like this information you can get from anyone who is living inside. So dear children, how do the scientists, how do we know about the Earth's interior? Again I want to repeat, this mystery is only little bit solved by studying the earthquake waves or seismic wave. They are known as seismic wave. Earthquake waves are also known as seismic waves, and also by occurrence of volcanoes. When volcanoes takes place, volcanic eruptions takes place, from the Earth's interior, the things are taken out and getting deposited on the Earth's surface. That's why we can study those rocks, we can study those materials and can tell about what is there in the Earth's interior. And during the earthquake, what is an earthquake? Earthquake is the shaking or trembling of the earth crust. Suppose you are standing in the assembly in a line. From your backside, somebody will push with a force. So who are there standing in front of the last boy? All will become imbalanced. Maybe somebody will fall down. In the same way, if somebody will push from the front, same thing will happen. So in the same way, inside the earth's surface, the land masses, they are floating on the semi-liquid magma. Some are moving towards each other, some are moving away from each other, and some are moving parallel to each other. So because of this type of movement, there are certain disturbances which causes earthquake, like the vibration. When your mobile phone is on vibration mode and it is under your pillow, you can feel the vibration. In the same way, during the earthquake, some waves are created. Waves, like in the sea, waves are created inside the earth. How the waves occur? Just I told you, in the assembly somebody is pushing and that wave is being taken to the front by one. In the same way, in any part of the earth, if earthquake takes place, that leads to certain vibration in form of earthquake waves, or you can say seismic wave, which is being measured with the help of Richter scale. Richter scale is used to measure the magnitude of the earthquake. Dear children, there are two types of earthquake waves or seismic waves. What are those? One is P wave, another is S wave. It is very easy to remember. P wave, you can say these are primary wave, and S wave is secondary wave. Is not it easy? Then secondly, P wave can travel through both solid and liquid medium, and S wave can only travel through solid medium. And the last point you can remember that P waves are faster in speed and S waves are slower in speed. All S wave, secondary wave, S wave can travel through only solid medium and S wave is slower. S. You can easily remember it. And regarding P wave, primary wave can travel both through solid and liquid medium and is faster. So dear children, go through the book, study it properly, you will able to understand. So till then, bye bye.